debate. Today we're debating whether in-person school or homeschool is better. This side will begin with their opening statement and arguments, and they will have 3 minutes.
Hi, my name is Blank, and I believe homeschooling is better than public schools. Homeschooling usually costs less than regular school, so families can choose what to spend their money on, what they really need, and what they want to buy or purchase from a supermarket, let's say. You don't have to stay in one classroom. You can learn anywhere. You can also spend more quality time with your parents. At home, you can learn new things, like cooking, gardening, or managing money, which will help you when you're growing on in life. If you love a subject, you can spend more time on it. If you finish early, you can spend some time on yourself. It also reduces your stress because you're not worrying about being late or catching a bus. Homeschooling is better than regular schools for many other reasons too. It is better than going to a regular school, and here's why. At home, you can learn at your own speed. If something is easy, you can move ahead, but if it's hard, you can take more time. Kids who work at home often get higher scores on the test. This is because they get help until they understand. At home, it is usually just you, your parents, or your teacher. This means you get answers to your questions right away. Some kids don't feel safe at school because of bullies and distractions. At home, you can learn in a safe and calm place. You can also learn at the time that you feel your best. Don't waste time switching classes or talking to your friends. You can just stay in touch with them or call them. Also, you don't need to be in school to make friends. You could just go to a club or go to a sport. Thank you for listening to my speech.
Thank you. We will now hear from the opposite side for their opening statement.
Hello. We believe that school is better than homeschooling, and here's why. Public schools provide proper teachers and support services that would be good for learners with disabilities. Homeschooling affects how children develop socially. Public schools also provide a built-in structure. Public schools provide services in case someone needs extra help with learning. Meanwhile, people who are homeschooled often struggle with making friends, miss out on important activities, and sometimes fall behind their studies. Next, many public schools do things like art and music, and these activities may not be open to homeschool children. Another reason is public schools teach students to be more independent. Public schools are usually much cheaper than homeschooling. For example, public schools provide books for homeschoolers to buy them themselves. Also, children who attend public school have more opportunities for meeting other people. Homeschool children may struggle to develop important social skills, and homeschool students may feel lonely because they don't get to meet much people. Schools employ great teachers and specialists providing experts in a lot of subjects and access to advanced training, like science labs, libraries, and technology resources. You can also be more in school sports rooms, advanced music rooms, theater production, and fully stuff like science labs too. But when you are at home school, you can't have any of those things you have in school.
Some people might like homeschools because you can sleep in. However, schools help you structure your schedule so you won't get used to sleeping in and do that as your daily schedule. You probably don't have homework or extra study after homeschool, so you can't review and refresh about what you learned. So you might forget about what you learned that day. So that's why we think school is being better than being homeschooled. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we will now set a timer for 3 minutes, and the teams can discuss their rebuttals.
They can meet friends and by being on a sports team or club. It is also cheaper because you could buy less books and materials. That's all they wrote. So
Thank you. Okay, we will now hear from the opposing side's rebuttal.
You mentioned something about how people like spending time with their parents, but think about them. Like, they need a break from teaching you. So that's That's another reason why being schooled is better than being homeschooled. Also, your parents might not know nearly as much as the teachers.
Homeschooling is way worse than school because you might have no friends, no fun, and you might even work on the weekends. You might even have to do so much work that you won't have any playtime or weekend at all. You may say that homeschooling is safer, but older teachers and staff will help you in case of an emergency. You also may say that the people that do homeschool get self-confidence, but what about the social time they need with other people? Lastly, you may say it's nice to learn in the comfort of your house, but they need to spend some time outside too. Thank you.
Thank you. We will now hear a closing statement from each side. Homeschool, we will hear from first.
Oh, is here.
To
Now we
summarize
say it together.
all the facts I've given you, prove my point that homeschooling is better than public schools. One reason is that homeschooling costs less. Another reason is that you spend more time with your family. You can also make friends through clubs and sports. That's why homeschooling is better than public schooling.
Thank you.
Can we all go up?
Yeah, you can all stand up.
After all that, you should believe that public schooling is better than homeschooling. It helps you develop socially, gives a safe environment, and teaches you properly.
You may be able to sleep in when you're homeschooled.
However, schools help you structure. You schedule homeschool, so you won't get used to sleeping in. Homework and extra study helps you review and refresh about what you learned.
We have showed you that public schools are better than homeschools by the things that you have heard and by the things that homeschool that don't have.
All right.
Thank you.